Hello, church. Maybe you can see where I am a little bit. Here you go. Just any guesses, any clues where I've come up onto? Yep, that's it. I'm up on our roof. Just was encouraged by a few people from team, just with the weekend coming up and our gift day that we've got coming up on Sunday. And actually today's the first day of Lent as well. So yeah, I think you may have seen from the church news that I sent out, just encouraging people to fast over this period. So today's my first day of fasting. Looking forward to going home and having my evening meal with my family, but been fasting during the day today and just praying and thinking a bit about this weekend and just the joy that it's been to be part of this church family as well for the last 20 years. And yeah, God calling me into all that we long to do, hopefully into the future, into this second generation. And yeah, some of the team here just wanted me just to recall something, just a little thought as we come up this weekend with you know, the conference that we've got with all hands on deck, and then Sunday morning the opportunity to give once again into what it means to be another generation of seeing this building used to proclaim the gospel of who Jesus is. And you know, I look at the roof now and yeah, it's as you can see, it's sort of wearing a bit thin in the tooth. It's a rainy day today, so it's probably got a few leaks that are coming through in the corners. And but what a joy this building has been to us. Just like what an amazing location we are here. Just, you know, look across, we really are the centre of Eastbourne when we stand here across the town, and you've got the downs up behind me and sun will be setting over there soon, and just the way that the whole estate has popped up around here, and just incredible faith and generosity of men and women that purchased this building almost 30 years ago and made it their home. And you know, just looking at the building today, I just came up through the entrance to Alpha that's happening tonight, and people getting ready for Thursday church tomorrow morning. And like we said, the conference at the weekend and focus that's been going on downstairs, and youth that will be happening tomorrow evening, and the warm space that's going on downstairs in the building as well. And it's just been an amazing place to be able to use to proclaim the gospel, and this to be a centre in our home and to be used. And so yeah, if you've been part of the adventure of faith as this church, just again want to say a huge thank you for the way that you've just generously given faithfully, regularly into the life of this church. And if you're new to the adventure, then oh man, it is a joy. What a joy to be part of it, and just expectant to what God's going to do into the future. And so we want to spend some money on trying to get some solar panels on this thing and to insulate it and to fix up some of the holes that are there and insulate the outside and make this a really energy efficient, you know, eco-friendly building that we can use as our home to bless people and to see another generation built. And you know, when again, look, I'm sort of using my hands. So when you consider this, we want to see that second generation of children and young people and families and lives and people that meet and encounter Jesus for the very first time just coming through. So it's just an amazing joy. And again, just reflecting on that and seeing faces and individuals that I know and love and I've seen grown up here and go on to do amazing things for God is just an incredible thing, really. So yeah, I know this is a bit slapped together and haphazard, but I just wanted to say a huge thank you for what's gone before, but a huge expectation for what's yet to come into the future. And so thank you for considering giving into this gift day. It's a scary amount, £750,000 to do all the work that we hope to do. But I'm really hoping that as we call the church to faith and response, that we're going to see people give again. And yeah, I'm a little bit nervous about how people are going to respond. But I've caught the culture of this church now, over 20 years of being here, that we're a generous people because God has first been generous towards us. Just seen time and time again where people haven't worried about their fear for their provision for tomorrow because they know that they believe in a God who provides for all their needs. And then yeah, they just put others first and foremost rather than worrying about their own needs and their own self-interest, actually the way to use their resources to bless others. And again, this building's a testimony of it, and I'm just excited to see the way that God's going to continue to do that from here onwards into future generations. And I just wanted to read a little bit because I'm fasting, and I was just reminded by a conversation with Lucy in the church a few weeks ago, just from Isaiah 58 about what real fasting looks like and is. So this is just Isaiah 58 verses 6 onwards. I think it's just an amazing capture of who we want to be and why we want to continue to be a church that just shines brightly into this community in the very heart and centre of this town. It says, Is not this fast that I choose to loose the bonds of wickedness, to undo the straps of the yoke, to let the oppressed go free and to break every yoke and burden? Is it not to share your bread with the hungry? Is it not to bring the homeless poor into your home? When you see the naked, to cover him, and not to hide yourself from your own flesh? Then shall your light break forth like the dawn, and your healing shall spring up speedily. Your righteousness shall go before you, the glory of God shall be your rear guards. Then you shall call, and the Lord will answer, and you shall cry, and he will hear, and say, Here I am. If you take away the yoke from my midst, the pointing of the finger and speaking of wickedness, if you pour yourself out for the hungry and satisfy the desire of the afflicted, then shall your light rise in the darkness and your gloom be as the noonday. And the Lord will guide you continually and satisfy your desire in the scorched places and make your bones strong. And you shall be like a well-watered garden, like a spring of water whose waters do not fail. Your ancient ruins shall be rebuilt. You shall rise up the foundations of many generations. You shall be called the repairer of the breach, the restorer of streets to dwell in. Man, I'm about to fast for the next 40 days as we build up to Easter. I'm expectant that God is going to restore the broken walls of this community that we live in. I want my fast not to be something that is just religious. I want it to be something that reminds me again that He is the one that provides for all of our needs. He's the one that calls us to be a light into this place and into this community. He's the one that does repair the walls, and He calls us into doing it as well. And you know, it's been a joy to use this place as our home in order to do so. And so, yeah, I'm just inviting us again as a church community to give this weekend, give faithfully, give generously into the life of the church. And to see how God is going to use this place long into the future so that many generations will call Him Saviour, Lord, and will know the blessing of that it is to be called children of the living God. So, there you go. Sorry, a few minutes of me just chatting, but just discharging some of my thoughts from the roof today. And I hope it just encourages you and prepares you for an opportunity to come and approach Gift Day this weekend. Love you loads, church. I'll see you on Sunday.